Hello, it's Matt, and welcome to episode 65 of Gross Oversimplifications, where I talk about how to do stuff to your guitar yourself and what could be better than doing stuff to your guitar yourself. That's why we're all here, right? Because what we were put on this earth to do was fix guitars, apparently. And what could possibly be better? I had an epiphany. I had an epiphany during a bout of insomnia that, you think, what can I do a video on? And there's a whole new world opened up to me at 3 a.m. And I'm going to do a little, sub-series, not sub-series. They're just going to be, there's more videos coming on this topic. Genius topic of rather than doing stuff to your guitar yourself, I'm going to be talking about stop screwing up your guitar in the first place. So, with that in mind, I'm going to do 3 minutes today on squeezing. Now, when I have a new customer come in the shop, I always ask how they play. And sometimes it's a bit, people don't know, and that's fine. But I ask things like how hard you strum, do you pick particularly hard? Maybe you don't pick at all, and what sort of music do you play? And I also ask how hard they squeeze. And now I've said that out loud twice. I'm going to stop saying that to strangers. But what I mean is how much force do you fret with your left? Oh, how much force do you fret with, whatever hand you use? And this is an important thing to remember. And this isn't going to be a technique video, because that's your teacher's problem, right? But from a physical perspective, you really shouldn't be fretting with too much force. Okay. Now it's because you'll pull a note sharp, and we guitar people can adjust for that. If you habitually squeeze too hard, we can make an adjustment at the saddle to sort of compensate for that a bit. Okay? But ideally, you should chill out a bit. And that'll help the tension in your hand. It'll help the tension in the sound. And honestly, yes, and I know lots of people are going to be like, well, Matt, I've seen your band. I've seen you play. And look, I'm just being a bit extra, right? I'm not actually squeezing that hard, and I'm not actually picking that hard. I'm just being theatrical or whatever. Because that's what I do, right? Theater. Anyway, so next time you play, just be a little bit more mindful. And I got taught something really cool, probably 20 years ago. Don't use your thumb. Use your thumb normally, but just for exercise, don't put your thumb on the back of the neck and just play, and you'll feel how much tension you really have to push down with. And it's not that much, because if your guitar's set up well, you're only pushing a string down like 2 millimeters max. So you don't need to go to the gym for that. Okay. And what you do, if I've seen a lot of fretboards where people have really pushed in, and they've pushed the string so far down it's touching the fretboard, and then they're scooping away the fretboard. You shouldn't even be touching the fretboard, honestly. And you're also prematurely wearing down the tops of your frets. You don't really need to dig through them. You don't really need to dig into those bends. You just have to make the note sound good. And it's much less tension than you think. And then some chump like me won't have to refret your guitar all the time, because you're just chewing out your frets for no reason. That's the real motivation behind this video. Stop doing that. See ya.